Summer outfit.
Board games, it's what we like to play. Board games to enjoy your day. board games, it's what we like to play. Board games to enjoy your day. Today
Hey!
we're going to play Marrakech. It might be something rather special. We are going to play it with David below. And so I say to David, hey, hello.
Hello!
And there is my other guest, known as Mike. I'm not saying you are best because that would be trite, but unless you can both be best, because maybe you can. But to people being best, that doesn't seem right. But anyway,
Breaks the
board games
algorithm.
is what we're going to play. Board games to enjoy your day. And sorry about my terrible rhymes, but thank
it's
you
beautiful.
for being here.
Beautiful.
It's lovely to have you. And today, of course, is another Playful Shenanigans. And I have a wee thing there that says it's every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, except I should probably stop that because after next Thursday, I am taking a break.
Oh, well deserved.
An extended break. Because I don't know if you two have heard, and I'm saying this knowing that I've messaged you both individually to tell you that next Thursday is my 400th stream, and I'm going to be doing stuff from 400th Bezzy Beats and Board Games Bledder stream, because I've already done more than 400 if you include the afternoon and evening stuff. But yes, I'm going to take at least 3 weeks off, only streaming 1 day a week at most. But I'll be doing some Tuesdays. But anyway, that's in the future.
It's like a streamcation.
Nice.
Yeah. But today I thought we could play Marrakech. It's a game that there were 3 games. Two of them we knew. One of them I know, David, you said that you quite liked, but I thought, let's give this one a go. Let's see what we think. It's quite simple. We can chat during it. It's a bit of dice rolling. It's a bit of carpet placing. Have you played this one?
I've not played Marrakech before. I'm very intrigued. I've seen it.
How about you, Mike? Have you played this?
I've never. I don't even know that I might have heard of it. I don't know.
Fair enough. It's super simple, and I will explain it to you as we go along. No worries. So let's have some introductions. Let's start off with David. How are you? What's going on with your life? And what would you like people to know about you?
Oh, all the questions. I've been very well. It's been half term, so being a teacher in London, it's very nice to have a little week off sometimes. I've been making the most of it. It almost felt like normality this week. It's been lovely. I've been to Brighton for the day, which I absolutely loved.
Wow.
We've been to the Natural History Museum again, which is my favorite place on the planet. So good to get back there. So I've been making the most of the time I've had, which has been real good. And then we're back on Monday. And I had the wonderful news that second jab, woohoo, is coming this Wednesday, which I'm thrilled about.
Ooh,
so
nice.
it's all going
Nice.
on. So I'm very well, very well.
So I hope that, and you said you didn't have any reactions to the first one. Do you know which company made that one?
That's Team Pfizer. So yeah.
Same here. I did have a bit of a reaction to my first one, but it affects everyone differently. Team Pfizer, is this the...
Nope, this is Team Moderna.
Team Moderna, nice.
Okay.
This wouldn't look like an M. Pfizer? Team Pfizer?
Yeah.
Let's talk about talking about things that start with the letter M. Who are you, Mike?
Hey, this is your Team Pfizer. This is your Team Pfizer. And it kind of looks like a needle or a duck. Wonderful. Me, I'm good. I'm good. We're coming up in June. I don't know what half term means, but I feel like feels like it's like a week off of some sort.
Yeah, so we do like 6 weeks and then get a week off.
Oh, that's so cool. We're coming up to the end of the school year. June 25th. That's the day. That's the day the seniors graduate, and I get to start summer.
Nice.
Everybody's looking forward to it. This has been quite a year for the boys. But yeah, other than that, just getting through. I was actually playing board games with my students yesterday.
Nice.
Because I did not know this. Well, I knew this like last minute, but it was senior skip day, which I don't know if that's a thing you have. So like,
No, not heard of this. What do you do on senior
kind of
skip
like
day?
So you just skip school, but it's like it's like a traditional like New York, like not New York, but like American like senior sort of thing. Like even I did it when I was in high school. And yesterday was informed that the senior skip day, which just meant that almost no seniors were in the building, and because I teach mostly seniors, they're I have nothing. And meanwhile, we're not doing a lot in my classes at this point. We're like, I'm kind of like, it's the end of the year. They're seniors. I'm not teaching them anything new.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing calligraphy in a couple of the classes because they wanted to learn calligraphy.
Wow,
so
good.
I Googled stuff on the YouTube and was like, well, how do you do calligraphy? And the kids are loving it. They're like, this is so cool. But so I just played board games. I played No Thanks and Llama because I had like, I don't know, I had less than 12 kids all day. I think I had 9. I think I had 9 students throughout the entire day.
That sounds like the best way to spend that day is getting the games out.
That's
I'm intrigued
right.
with your calligraphy. What are you using? What calligraphy pens are you using? I'm hoping for feathery goodness, but I assume that's not really how they do calligraphy these days.
It depends whether you do Western style calligraphy or Eastern style calligraphy. Because Eastern style is with the brush and Western style is with a nib.
We were using pencils for a little while because I found a video by a woman who was like how to do it using just pencils, and I was like, that's good because I didn't have the brush pens at the time, and I was like, it's good, and also I don't want to buy these brush pens and then kids, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't want to waste the money yet. But so they were enjoying it, and they were doing it with pencils, and then I bought like a pack of 32 brush pens. Nice. So instead of, I think they might have chisel tips on the other side, but we've been focusing on the brush pen.
Lovely.
I found out more videos just to be like, how do you do it? What do the strokes look like? What does everything look like? And the kids are super duper into it. One group wanted to do resumes, and they were like, teach us something useful like resumes. I was like, okay. And then they found out that the other group wanted to do calligraphy, and they were like, can we stop doing resumes? Calligraphy sounds way more fun. I was like, this is why sometimes when seniors say, you don't teach us anything useful. It's like, well, because when we did a useful thing, you were like, I want to do the fun thing. Screw this useful thing.
Fun first. Yeah, that's what I always say.
Yeah, so it's been fun.
Like, it can be useful. I mean, to an extent, I think that creations and learning how paint or ink moves. I had a calligraphy set ages ago. I shamefully have only used it once, but it's a proper stone that it was like a kind of mix this stone and then you mix it with water and then it turns into inky paint and then you start dipping the brush into it. And I had this kind of roll of parchments. And I think one thing is that when it's like, okay, this was something that was massively reduced in price in an art shop, and if I want to buy more, like it's going to be super expensive. So yeah, am I going to be buying it? And then it's like, oh, I don't know if I want to use this paper, but just having the joy of, it said, just try to make this one stroke. And the book kind of talked about thinking about how it starts and how it stops. Like there's 3 different ways to end a stroke. Like you can flick back, you can trail off, or you can do like a hard stop. And those are like the 3 different ways to end a stroke. So it was like just really interesting to just learn about, it. And calligraphy is almost like really looking and examining the details of a painting, learning. It's not just about the overall thing, it's also about every single line, if you know what I mean.
The kids are liking it, and I'm enjoying it. I'm doing it on the board with my little chisel tip whiteboard markers. So it doesn't look very good, but I'm also trying it. I'm like, kids, watch. I don't know what I'm doing either. Let's just do it. Let's figure this out. So it'll be cool. And some kids are getting really good at it. So
amazing.
Yeah.
They could write their resumes in calligraphy.
That's right.
Done.
You can put that on the top. calligraphy your name. Yeah, it's very interesting too because it's like it's all about these like everything up. Every time you go up, it's a light press, and every time you come down, it's a hard press. So like if you do it with a pencil, you're just lightly going up, and then with a hard down, with a hard thick down, and then with the brush, it's the same way. You're like doing like the tip of the brush when you go up, and then when you come down, you're like pressing the brush into the paper more.
So good. I'm very tempted to try some calligraphy now. Adding that to my plans for the last 6 weeks.
I will post. I will plug the video. Some woman on YouTube named the Happily Ever Crafter.
Oh, nice.
Very good.
Nice.
All right.
It's a
Broke
nice
it down
one.
very simply.
That's good, isn't it? That's good.
Easy.
Okay. Well, what are we? Let's talk about the games that we're playing today. I'm going to share my screen. So there we go. It is not my first game because I officially played it once about an hour ago.
Oh, cool.
Just so I could be like, hey, I remember how to play this. Boom. I played it with a stranger and yeah, they spoke French. I said bonjour, they said bonjour. And then later on I said, je pense que tu as gagné. And then they said, oh, I'm not sure. And so clearly my French was not good enough for them to continue speaking French to me. At a certain, because they had French listed as their only language, but my French is good enough that the grammar would be all wrong, but you can maybe understand me.
Nice.
Anyway,
Nice.
So Marrakech is a dice rolling carpet placing game designed by Dominique Ehrhard. I don't know how to pronounce that. I know that this has been there we go. Hopefully it started. This is a free player game. And each turn you're going to firstly start off rotating the main character if you wish. Here it makes absolutely no difference because it's a bare board. The second thing you do is you roll the die. So when you roll the die, it's got a 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. So the middle numbers are a bit more likely. And you can see on the edges of the board, if you go off on one side, it kind of follows the curve and carries on coming up the next column sort of thing. So if you just click to make Assam the merchant point in any direction, as I say, it really doesn't matter. And the second step is to roll the die. Then Assam's going to move that many steps. You should, Mike, you should be able to click the button to make Assam.
I can click the button. I'm sorry, I wasn't in the game.
Okay, cool.
You have to like push go into game. I was like, wait. I'm gonna push a button.
Ooh.
So this determines the way that Assam's going to move. As you can see, because the board's completely empty, because it's completely rotationally symmetrical, there is no difference. Now you must roll the die, and we will see how many steps Assam moves. So now the final thing that you do is you place a carpet. So this is where a little bit of the strategy comes in. Towards the middle of the game, you want to get your carpet into clumps. If someone else lands the merchants onto your carpet, they will have to pay you equal to how many contiguous carpet squares there are. Bear in mind, each carpet has 2 squares, if that makes sense. So each carpet is like a 2-square little rectangle. And so at the start, I'm not sure, but I feel like I'm just kind of poking around. This is based on just a couple of games, one that I vaguely remember about 3 years ago and one earlier this afternoon. And the second thing that you should note is that in future, people are going to be able to place on top of your carpet. So you can go on top of other people's carpets, but you can't just go carpet on carpet. That's not on. You can go carpet on half carpets, if that makes sense. So you could go carpets on half carpet, and potentially even half of another carpet, even if they're the same color. So if there's red and red, then you could go boom and cover 2 spaces of this.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Oh,
Savage.
straight in with that
Savage.
vindictive.
Oh,
Wow. Oh my
Just to
god.
show the example. Just wanted to show the example.
that's you got to model first. That's part of teaching. You have to model.
So I am going up, and so 1 space of the carpet has to always be adjacent to where the person is. And
I know this is going to go.
what?
Oh, here he goes.
Oh.
Look at that. Okay, what do I want to do? I want to go that way.
So now it's back to you, Mike. And
Whoa.
oh, interesting. Now you cannot cover anyone else's carpet.
I cannot.
But I will note
was
that
actually-
you're playing with possibly the best color.
I was hoping to cover someone's carpet, so when I rolled 3, I was a little disappointed. Oh no! Oh! Oh, I got my cut
As
my,
time goes on, if you'll know, we have some money. Our victory points is the amount of money we have plus the amount of vis carpets we have. That's
Okay.
at the end of the game. And money, as I said, if I were to turn left, that would be a terrible choice because I would possibly, if I roll a 1 or 2, which there's 50% chance of, I would end up on David's carpets and have to pay David free. If you roll onto the yellow one, you only have to pay 2. If you roll on to one of the red ones, you either have to pay 1 or 2, depending on which one.
Okay.
Let me go on here.
Excellent. This way, some. Open eye.
Oh, here he
4
goes.
steps.
Let's bring in his step.
Wow. I do like weighted dice like this. It kind of gives you a sense of you can think about the probabilities, but at the same time, once in a while, you've got to really wild. Whoa! It moved 4.
What is it? Is it a 1? It's not one. It's not a normal die 6, right?
It's a 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. I like those dice. So you get those kind of awkward, or you get those like it's a little harder to predict.
Okay, I'm not in a good spot. If I turn right, a 1 or a 3 will result in me paying money. If I go up, then a 3 or a 4 will result in me paying quite a bit of money. And actually, there we go.
Escaping.
Yep,
Oh.
I can go left.
Oh.
There we
now
go.
I see those little those little loops. They're like little New Jersey loops.
And
There's probably a few people who are like, "What? What does that mean?"
Ooh.
hey, you went on top of my carpet first.
Well, let's see. Down's not a good choice. Up's also not a good choice. So let's go this way. Roll the die. Perfect.
Ooh, nice. Because I'm never sure. I'm still not sure with this game so far how much you're able to really predict and really work towards trapping the other folk into a big, massive carpet fest of your creation.
Oh, I was gonna say, David, that was an interesting choice to go up and loop back.
Oh, just
Now I
fix
see.
up.
Now,
Yeah, just to get me away from all the carpets. My terrible
I'm
carpet phobia that I'm
considering
developing.
going down, even though I've got a 1 in 6 possibility of
and you
Oh,
step.
ouch.
Because
And you
ouch.
step. $2.
Well,
Oh, man.
but I did manage to cover 2 of yours,
Yeah,
which is nice
pretty
at
good.
least. But I am still now 35, 35, 36.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to say there's a clear leader.
Oh, I know. But I'm gonna get both of you.
Oh. All right. Do I dare? Do I dare go into my own territory, my safe space? I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
Oh!
Hey!
Brutal.
Oh,
What's
wow.
on those rugs?
It's been the
glue.
time. Just when you both didn't want one, you were like, okay, and now I roll one.
Right,
Did
how
you
can I
say the
fix
one
this?
is only 1 and
Fix this
6?
mess.
Yeah. There's only one.
There's only 1, 2.
Oof.
Let's get some coverage at least. Let's hope for the best.
Okay, where do I go? I think I'm going to keep safe.
They're safe.
Well, even a 1 is fine for me.
It's good.
I would have loved a 1, in fact.
That's good. I'm safe there. Making my zone bigger.
That's good.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh. So now you've got a zone of 5.
Oh boy. This could be unpleasant, couldn't it?
Yep.
Could be really unpleasant. I'm gonna have to. Oh.
If you roll a
chancing
4,
it.
yes.
Chancing it. Oh.
Oh, and Stream Elements reminds us to
Boom.
have a wee stretch.
Oh, that was good, actually.
Mm.
That's got a little crack in the back.
Oh, I have no idea where to go. I think I'm definitely. I have to go right. It's the only sane choice.
Yeah.
It's the only reasonable choice. Okay, 2. That feels
Pretty good.
essentially able to expand my territory. Let me put something just in front. So there's a possibility, no matter where you go, there's a slight possibility of you having to pay me 6. Come on, roll a 4. Roll a 4. Oh.
Gosh, I'm in trouble here. Big trouble. Oh.
Damn.
Blimey. Right.
You have a pretty
2,
good
3,
zone
4,
there.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Whether you go left or right.
Bad news, isn't it?
Go
I'm going
up.
to chance it. Come on. Come on, Assam.
2.
Oh, Assam.
Yes.
He's the
Thank
monster.
you. Thank you.
Sticky rugs.
The rugs are just like, they're just calling them.
All right,
The
let's try.
Sam's just like, I don't know, I like that rug. I'm going to go stand on that.
I've got to try and break this.
Oh my gosh.
Break
That
it.
is. Okay.
Will you chance it, Bez? Will you go up?
I mean, going up, the interesting thing is that if you take a risk, then there's a little bit of chance to go on other people's rugs. But having said that, no, I'm not going to.
Fortune favors.
Wow. Here they go. Very nice. Reclaim.
I was going to keep it safe there. No need.
Ooh. Right, well.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be
Whoa.
Big red
Well, this
rug
could be
Yeah.
horrific. Let's see what
1,
happens.
2.
Big red rug
3.
zone.
Okay, that's all right.
Now that I understand the movement of those little like loops a little better. I like the loops.
Okay. I'm going to turn down, so I will go back the way.
Oh, I see.
Nice,
I see
faking it.
And I get to cover both of you.
Whew.
I'll take it.
I'm very, I'm very equal and fair in my smiting,
So let's keep it
not just smiting one of you.
Perfect.
feel there's going to be some unpleasant smiting about to happen.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I could see that coming.
They actually didn't give me the choice to cover David's at all, so I couldn't be fair on that. But you do have 41 points. So.
Okay, so
yeah,
that's
this is super entertaining, and now everybody's like stuck. You're like all stuck on this bottom line.
Okay, let's see. If I go up and I roll a 1, that's still only 3. That seems like my best choice, because going straight forward is asking for trouble no matter what, and going back 1 is my only safe thing. So only 1.
Oh.
Yep. Boom.
Lucky.
Sorry, David. I would have.
That's fair.
Actually, you know what? I am not going to cover you.
Whoa.
Or at least not fully.
I mean, not so much. Like a little bit, but not entirely.
Okay,
Not covering the second one, because I'm thinking, you know, there might come a time when potentially Mike lands on that. That's what I'm really hoping.
I feel like there's going to be some point where Assam just walks along the edges, and then all of a sudden you start cutting the edges off.
And we play until we run out of carpets, by the way. So we've got 5 turns left.
Not many to go.
I was going to ask that, and then I was like, probably until we run out.
This is not good for me. 1.
Go down.
Yep, I don't want to go up.
Go down. That's
no,
fine.
thank you.
That's safe.
Ooh.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Well done.
Ooh.
Well done.
Yeah,
okay, actually, who's after me? It's Mike. So let me make it worse for Mike.
That's pretty.
I'm not going to break you up, David.
Too kind.
See, that's terrible. So don't go up. 1. All the
So
numbers are
whichever way you go, you've got at least a 50% chance of, paying something.
Whoa, straight into the hornet's nest.
Oh my gosh!
I was like, I'm going to see if I can.
Incredible.
Let's make these two.
2 was the only number you could use, and you managed to get it. And oh my gosh, that's very, very dangerous.
Right, come on, Assam, don't fail me now. Oh,
nice.
Right, let's reclaim some of that lost territory.
Oh no.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. I could go up.
Broken up.
Could go 1. Okay, as long as I don't get to 1. Not to 1. Yes. Let me.
Where does she go? So like we can both watch as Bez takes her turn, but then both of us.
Part of me thinks, do I take away a bit of the blue, because then that's extending my yellow bits on the top left. Part of me thinks, do I overtake a little bit of the red because Mike's in second place? And I'm going to do that.
Big set of decisions to have to make. All right. This is not good. Okay, so up is a decent direction. Down is a terrible direction. So we're not doing that.
Oh, you've got like 1 in 6 chance of being fine. That's loads.
Loop back is also not a great direction. It's 1. So it's 1, 2. Well, yeah. Let's do it. Let's go. Oh no.
Oh, you landed on David's thing.
Oh, there it is.
Wow, that changed the score massively.
Big shift, yeah. I'm gonna have to knock this out.
Oh, right. Well, now I'm in trouble. It's bad, whichever direction I go in.
Oh, that was a giant.
Yeah. That's
So the game that I played just earlier today was a two-player
do
game,
it.
and the way you play if you are two players is that you play with two different colors. Oh yes,
There you are.
2 coins.
Oh, no.
Thank you very much.
We don't have there's not a
2,
lot of
3.
turns left.
Not a lot left now. Okay, that's not great. Where can I place this that's going to help?
It's interesting that we haven't paid that much.
Pop it there.
We haven't had many moments of payment. Oh no.
I mean, I think that's because of the, we are thinking about the probabilities.
Yeah.
We are
no.
playing tactically.
Reds is much smaller.
Yeah, I am going to be going. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah, that's good game. Oh no. I think I'm just.
Oh, nice!
Well
Once
done.
again,
Really,
just threading the needle. That was
really
impressive.
Oof.
You know what? Can't say that.
I'm terrified.
Chopping stuff up.
All right, what do I do here? What do I do here?
What are your
It's bad. Every direction is horrific. Right.
They're just carpets.
Let's go.
It's funny how threatening carpets.
I'm gonna do. Come on, Hassan. Get your running shoes on.
And literally
Yes,
nothing
lad.
on the bottom.
Really? Wow, nice.
Woof.
That die is fickle.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, so you'll be covering both of us then.
it's tricksy. Which direction's best to go? I think
Or
I want to kind of connect it all, but not. Oof. It's tricksy. I'm gonna go there. It's a bit weird, but it's happening.
oh, wow. Okay, I'm hoping for not to 4, I guess. Not to 4. Phew.
Lovely.
That's not bad.
Yeah, just more and more pain.
Not a 2.
Oh.
Oof.
No, it was just bad.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
No, I keep
Try and go
getting
around the
my zones. I keep getting my zones covered.
Nice, steady.
I keep getting my zones covered. I can't get any traction in this rug. I need to put down a rug pad.
So, do I want to avoid a 1 or avoid a 1 and 2?
Oh.
Come on. Don't give me a 1. Boom. Okay. I think I get to cover David twice.
I don't even know what direction
David is
to
the
go.
competition.
I'm in the unfortunate position where I'm in the unfortunate king making position. Where if I go if I go straight, I have a bigger chance that I just increase Pez's lead. But then if I go down, there's a chance I give away the game. I don't think it's good so. Ooh, nice.
And again.
Congratulations.
Oh, wait. That's the one in the lead. So
Okay.
I go after
Play it safe.
So this is the final round, I believe.
Yeah, I think.
It's the final round now.
Right. Well, I'm not sure I can do much.
Okay, and I've got the last turn. So as long as I don't land on anyone else. And this direction.
Good direction.
Whoops.
Good
There we
direction.
go. Come on.
Whee!
Even if I roll a 1, I'm only losing 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
Success. Oh. So you still got to place the rug. Even...
Oops. Sorry about... Can you hear me?
Yep, you're all good.
I
Coming
can
through.
hear you. It looks like the game disconnected for you. Oh, it's funny because I'm still updated on this.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, I can see. There we go.
There we go. And it's my final move, so it doesn't really matter.
No.
But hey,
glorious.
Yay,
best. Victory.
Yay, and I got my first victory.
Nice.
And so yeah, what did you think of that game?
Oh, I'll dive in. Yeah, I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, I've seen Marrakech played in real life, and I miss the what must feel like putting the little rugs down on the little mat. Must be an enjoyable process. So losing a little bit of that, the touch of the game, definitely felt that. But equally, I'm like, it's quite nice layering it up, enjoying the patterns that get formed as you play, and going from nothing, the bare board, to having an end game where it's like quite a pretty thing to look at. I was like, oh, that's enjoyable.
Are they like tiles in the real game?
I think they're actual little bits of fabric.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really beautiful and really tactile.
That's cool. Oh, that's super neat. I like the movement. I like the movement and the sort of the like, oh, please just roll a 2.
Yeah.
I like that sort of like, that sort of little bit.
There's enough strategy to mix with the chance, isn't there? Yeah.
It was I think it was a little rough going first because I got you end up like it has that one of those sort of, I don't know, problem, one of those things that going first in those area control kind of games does, where you like when you go, somebody can very easily then cover some of your work, which is part of the thing. And so then the last person ends up with like they have like a pretty good decision because they're like, oh, okay, I can cover the 2 things that each of you did or whatever. So, but yeah, that's cool that they use real rug pieces or like little bits of fabric, not real rugs.
Yeah. I think I remember it from working back in the board game cafe many moons ago, and just seeing that one come on the table. I was like, that's a nice looking game that catches your eye as you walk past, which is always a treat. But I haven't seen it in a long time. It must have been years since I've actually seen that game played in real life. But now I'm more tempted to play it with the actual little fabric pieces. Next time I'm in a board game cafe, I will seek it out. That's for sure.
The designer made a game. Oh, looks like
we've lost Pez.
Well, now this is our stream.
It's ours now. We're taking over.
Control the stream. Now we're going to teach you all something. All right, everybody, pencils out. What do you teach, by the way?
Primary school, so a bit of everything, which is quite nice. Keeps me on my toes and them on their toes. It's win-win. Oh, hello, Bez. Thanks for joining us.
Guys.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us on our stream.
Oh, yes, it's a pleasure. Thank you very much for having me.
The designer of
yeah, sorry, I'm now hotspotting on my phone.
The designer of Marrakech also designed this game called chit-chat. Which is a really entertaining. You play like hands of cards, but then you move the hands. So for example, I'll have a hand that's amazing, and then like David will have a terrible hand, but then we move the hands. So then David gets the amazing hand, and suddenly, and if you're like going through this like a dungeon, so to speak.
I remember this. Yeah, I've played this. It's good fun.
I like it. I haven't. I really like it. But yeah, the artwork's great too.
It's good design. Good design.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find it, Bez?
I've not played any of their other games, but so the 2-player variants that I played earlier this afternoon, I'm not sure about that. I didn't have lots of fun with that at all. And I'm wondering, is that because 2-player is inherently bad, or is it because, it was just with a stranger over the internet? And frankly, if you've got like Board Game Arena in one window and you can see people's faces in another window, it's always a little bit nicer.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, would you like a quick rematch?
Yeah.
Sure, what's that?
Okay. Propose a rematch.
Oh.
Okay. Published.
All right. I think that's worked. Has that worked?
And this has the theme of, being in. Have you seen this anime, which is actually about board games? Oh, I'm going first this time. I do think you're right, by the way, Mike, that going first is kind of a bit tricky.
Yeah. Oh, I'm second.
We're exactly the same order, except that.
Let's risk it.
Oh, interesting.
Aha! All right.
You know what? You just gotta. I wanted to take that risk.
Beautiful.
I'm okay with it because I was like.
Are you going to turn left, David?
Let's do it. Let's go wild.
Blue carpet. Remember last time you were friends?
I'm gonna go straight on up. See what happens. Ooh.
Oh, back down you come. I love.
Well, I thought you were going wild. I thought you were turning left. Or not that wild.
We are. Look at that. Beautiful.
Oh, very nice. I like that the board does that little loop back instead of wrapping or something. Nice. I think because the loop back, I think, is really entertaining.
Yeah, that's a really nice part of the BGA implementation. I'm going to go here.
But even in the game, I don't know that I've seen a lot of that for edge of the board stuff. I don't know that I've seen that really much in the game. Like I've seen people like do where you might go from one edge to the other edge.
Like a torus, essentially, it's basically like a fake donuts shape.
Yeah.
There's a lot of video games that do that, especially back in the old days, like Asteroids and everything. That's nice for you.
Oh,
really?
I wasn't expecting that.
You take me out, but not David.
I've got a new plan. I'm
just gonna get away from this mess. Run.
Let's go. Run, Assam. Run. I have a new plan.
Okay. Yep, it's totally safe.
Keep running.
1, 2.
Totally safe. Keep going.
Let's do this. I think no matter what, there's a chance you might have to pay me. Come on, roll a 1.
Yes! Oh, gosh, brutal, Sam, brutal.
There is a lot of luck to this game.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Again, run.
Honestly, I think I'm biased because I am winning.
I'll do it.
This game's amazing. Why is it amazing? Well, I'm winning the game.
Do you find that you kind of do you think you have a bias towards games that you win?
Yes, I think everybody does.
Oh,
I think anybody who says no is lying. Not willfully lying, but like not.
Let's see.
Not recognizing that you do. Everybody has a bias towards winning. You may not losing a game may not make you hate it, but
I've definitely won games before and still not liked them.
yeah,
for sure.
I guess part of it, I'm like, oh, I didn't really get how I won. That's usually
And
the reason why I'm like, I don't understand how I
there's a
did that.
little bit of sense. I think that if it's an abstract strategy game, and I win on my first game against someone who knows what they're doing, I see that as a problem with the game. Because if it's an abstract strategy game and someone's played loads of times before, then I feel like they should be able to beat me. Conversely, if it's something like this, which I think ultimately this is just a light game, and really got to take out those yellows.
This is all
Come on,
about,
give me one.
It's a bit like the game No Thanks, where like this game has just enough. It's got enough luck in it that I don't know that I would attribute even losing, even though I lost pretty bad. I don't know that I would attribute that to me not being a good player, but just being like, okay, well, the luck.
I think it feels to me like there's a lot more luck in here than No Thanks. But conversely, I think that there's a bit more drama in here. Sometimes you get like, oh, you rolled a 1 and 1 was the only number that meant that you had to give me something.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I can be sometimes a bad loser.
Have you ever flipped the table, Bez?
No. I wouldn't do that kind of thing. But I can sort of feel like I want to withdraw a little bit because it's like, what am I doing here? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if it's in the position where I feel like, okay, there's 90% I'm going to lose, then at that point it feels a little bit pointless.
Yeah. Especially if it's like a really long 3-hour game and you're like an hour in and you're just feeling it. You're like, oh, 2 more hours of this hell.
Gosh, this thing is brutal.
Ooh, interesting.
Right. Run for it.
So are you playing to cover the maximum amount of empties? Oh my gosh. Wow, vicious.
I'll take it.
Right, how do I
I'm not gonna divulge what I'm trying to do yet. I'll divulge it when I'm done because I don't want.
Oh my gosh.
And certainly if people figure out what I'm trying to do, that's fine, but yeah, I think when I lose games, I think
not to one.
More,
happened again.
I think I'll sound more critical of a game if I lose it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it is sour grapes.
Oh wait. Oh, sorry. I messed up. I thought I forgot which color I was.
Oh no.
I mean, that's fine. You made a good move.
Yeah, but I would have also taken out David.
True.
It's worked to my advantage.
I'll take it. Bam.
I'm going straight into my own domain.
Go to the yellow.
Where it's safe.
That was the spot I was trying not to land on.
Let's just make this unpleasant for everyone.
Oh my gosh, that is very unpleasant.
That is super unpleasant.
Come on, one. Come on, sweet.
A 1 would be so much money. Who are you going to cover?
Both of you, obviously.
Love it.
Not going to cover just one of you.
I think I see the strategy here and I like it. It's playing on well.
I don't know if it'll work, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Dash. Come on, let's We.
I definitely. I think Bez. I think Bez got I think we lost Bez again. It's back to our game. It's back to our game.
Taking over once more.
That's right. Nobody realized this. But this is our plan.
It's all strategically planned.
Bez's stream. You are
So
now
what has been
watching.
your game that you've been playing most recently?
My friends and I have been playing this game called Gen 7. It's like a campaign sort of like game.
Oh, I think I've seen it.
It's just not that good.
Oh,
it's
is
just
it Played
not
Hat
that
Games? Is it that company?
Yeah, and it does a lot of like, it's a co-op, but there's a little element of like selfishness that isn't that like interesting. Oh look, we're still playing. We just can't stream it.
Sorry about this.
That's all right. I'm blue, right? I'm blue.
Yeah,
Internet.
Yes. Wow.
No.
Oh.
No, wait.
It is really close, this game. I mean, 5 points is nothing.
I gotta come.
That could be a single payout.
That's right. I mean, yellow and red have a quite big zone.
Best bet. As long as
I'm
I don't get unlucky
And
here.
also blue.
Ooh.
Yeah, blue is doing it. Blue is doing some other
game going on.
Huh. And yeah, I am totally scuppered now. Okay, so forward,
you're in a bad spot.
I give yellow or blue. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want to bet on a 4 or on a 1? Let me actually count the blues and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 for yellow. I guess I want to go down and 1. Oh.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, let me... Who's going after me? It's blue.
It is blue.
I'm going to at least cover 2 of the blues since you are so much in the lead now.
I totally agree.
I think you should go left or right. I think you should go
left.
Because
it's safe.
Hey, 1. See, it doesn't even hurt you.
Nope. That was totally. I was like, left is perfect. And that's reclaimed. A bit more interesting. Zone.
But that's you know, maybe a little trick hole. Only 13 away.
Wish me luck. Oh,
take it.
Just feeding the monster. Feeding the monster.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
We've got to stop these blues as best we can.
Okay.
Yellow's looks kind of like a little like human being. Yellow, you're like making like
it's about proposing.
Yeah, I can see that. Yay! Just managed to.
Has landed on her own. Ooh,
I'm going to go like I'm going to do that.
Ooh.
Oh,
cut my little person's foot off.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. It's just kind of going up. This is.
Come on, 1. Oh,
yes, two money.
I was sort of gonna get. I was sort of not in a good spot, regardless.
Ouch. All right. Okay. Let's try and go.
Yeah. All I can see is a mute plated kneeling
Oh,
person.
that's unpleasant.
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
7.
Yellow.
Wow.
Okay.
You're in.
Ouch.
I wish it were Mike giving me that.
Yeah, I'm glad it isn't.
Oh no.
1, 2.
You guys have impressively
3.
dodged the yellows. Incredible.
I want not to 4, not to 4.
Not a 4.
Oh,
Oh!
no!
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
There it is.
There's the switch. Oh my gosh, that was.
My goodness.
Oh,
Well, blue's still in the lead.
Yeah.
yeah.
Buy away. Buy away.
For now. Okay.
You say for now, but there are only 3-4
That's
turns
true,
to go.
Perfect.
Safe. Safe as safe can be.
Let's see. I 100% want to cover somebody because.
Oh no, that's not nice either. All right. Come on, Sam.
Which way?
Come on, Sam. Whew.
Oh, nice.
Wow, Assam, nice job.
My gosh.
Oh, I can't cover that one. I think, is there a maximum number of rugs that there can be before you can't cover them anymore?
No.
Sometimes it
I think
seems like
it's
you can't cover things.
Just one of the spaces has to be adjacent to you,
Right.
and you can't cover 2 spaces of the same carpet.
Gotcha.
And
That'll
you
be
can't
it.
cover and you can't cover behind
Make
you.
the web.
That's not a good position to be in.
2 or 3.
1.
If you roll a 2,
It's actually.
oh,
I mean, it was
that's
actually
down.
kind
done.
of likely because
Yeah, it
that's
was. It's more likely than not.
2/3 chance. There we go, covering a wee bit of the blue.
Mhm.
I mean, a 7-point swing would still be a lot, but
Straight up.
it wouldn't even get me into second place.
Oh, there it is.
I mean, that's the swing right there.
I mean, it's changed the thing. It's made it closer, but I'm still a strong 3rd place.
Right.
Come
on, Sam.
4, 1.
Oh, phew. Phew.
Oh,
right,
no.
let's just build the block.
I had a comfortable lead, and then.
No, I'm not rotating Assam.
Oh, look at this.
2, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this. Sherlocktopus is now taking the lead by a point.
By a point. Can they hold it with 2 rugs left, though? Oh.
Yeah, that's the safe zone. Only 2 rugs. I'm not.
And Sherlocktopus is going last, which I think you were right. I think turn order is a little bit of an advantage.
It is, and it is. And you were able to keep.
All I can see now with the yellow monstrosity is like a one-legged bird creature.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see it too. Like I see the top diamond as its eye, and then the one on the left as its beak.
Oh
yes!
Oh!
I might win. Win.
This might be it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, what a dramatic shift.
Okay, blimey. That's not great. Will
I be able to hold it off?
Okay, I'm still probably going to not win. Let's see. If I go down, then I need a 2. If I go up, I need a 1 or 3. If I go forwards, I need a 3 or 4. Well, between 3 or 4 or 1 or 3, it doesn't make any difference as to odds. I am going to. Well, at least going up, I might be paying Actually, I don't.
You might give that. This is you land on yellow.
Oh! I think I did do the king may king.
Yeah, that was you were in a really tough spot, which is let's try it. Go up.
Yes. Oh no.
Phew.
Oh, now I see. Okay.
What are you saying, Phew? I mean, are you rooting for Mike?
Who, me?
No, David. David was celebrating your successes.
Yeah, just enjoying
and
it.
there'll be no celebrating of other
That way I get to win
success.
no matter what happens. If I root for everyone.
Let's see it. So, I think this way. I think that way. That's my last play.
Okay. I'll try and escape this. There's nowhere great.
Left and right.
Yeah, I'm just.
That was my
goal.
goal.
Let's see what happens.
Left and right.
Oh, okay. It's just a one.
Wow.
Just a little penny.
But.
And let's just, connect it all up again.
Just
as much as we can.
I think it's going to be a tie. I think I'm going to come second.
Oh.
Yeah, because the tie break is who has most money.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
The money bags.
So, yeah. Congratulations. And what was your strategy there, Mike?
Now I will tell you. It was to mostly monopolize the outside of the board. Because I realized, because as we played the last time, we did a lot of walking around the edge. Mm-hmm. And so what I found was like covering in the middle was much harder. It was just easier because I was first, it was harder to like control the middle. And so I was like, well, if I just kind of play around the edge, because then what I noticed and why I like the little loop backs is the loop backs put you in like at some point in the bottom left-hand corner, I forgot who. It was either
two of them, the bottom left and top right.
A couple of times because these have the loop back, like because it loops back on itself. I had rugs. Somebody was standing on that bottom corner space, and I had rugs north of them and to the right of them. So I was like, great. This means whatever direction they go, they're kind of screwed. So I was like, okay. So I was like, if I put people in a position. If I put the rugs along the edges, I'm probably screwing people most. That's probably the best way to screw people over. So that was my strategy.
Yeah, congratulations. I think it might be. I think that might be right.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, after trying the first time, I was like, oh. And this is also like the least, like, area controls, like the least, it's like my least favorite style of game. So I was like, okay, what did I do wrong? And then what do I think maybe I could do to fix that? And this time it actually worked. So
it worked.
I had a couple of key paths. There were a couple of key moments where people landed on me. Like when Bez was going north and happened to land on me. I was like, that was brutal for Bez. I think it was Bez. I forgot. What was it?
Oh, I'm not hearing you, Biz.
I really liked the game. I felt like I would totally play it again in real life with anybody. I would totally. And hello, Alex. We just played 2 games of Marrakech, and I won the first game. Mike won the second game. I think they were both fairly close. I think 3 turns before the end, either of these games could have been won by anyone. And of course, thanks for jumping in. So yeah, I feel like it's a nice game. Like a lot of dice rolling games, I don't think that it's necessarily something I would want to play more with strangers on Board Game Arena. I think that's on this kind of, talking with other people. If you've got voice over internet protocol, something like that, then it's nice. Playing in real life, okay, that's fine. Is it going to be a game I buy? No. Is it going to be a game that I would keep if I had a copy of it? No. But it's not for me. But if you like randomness a little bit more than I do, because my preference is not for very much randomness, my preference is for learning things, and Roots is kind of my favorite game of the year so far. Like my new to me game. Like just that is a kind of game that I really like. Not too tricky, like a little bit going on, like but enough that each time you play, you're like, okay, I learned a wee bit more about it. But it kind of all feels like you're solidly on control. And even Root to me, I feel like I'm talking to Scrappy Kid about how we might house rule the birds, because I feel like there's a tiny bit too much luck in the birds in terms of their opening hand for Root. I don't know if you played Root much.
Just once for me, but I would love to play it some more.
Me as well. I like if you. Yeah, I've not got the physical copy, unfortunately, but Scrappy Kid did. So, maybe next time we meet, you can join us and we'll do it on a weekend.
Lovely.
Meet up in. But now I want to release a game called Roots about cute anthropomorphic animals traveling through the wilderness. Yeah, you totally could.
I'd play that too.
I
would be all over that. But
it could be honestly, it could be like a re-implementation of. It could be like a bit of a re-implementation of Marrakech, where you're traveling around.
Keep that mechanic.
Building kind of routes.
And you're laying little traps for the other people. I like Marrakech. I like the big dramatic moments. I don't think I would. It's not my favorite game to play over and over, but I really enjoyed this experience, and I had a fantastic time playing with both of you. So thank you. I just want to express that for joining me.
Thank you.
Any final thoughts about the game, Mike, David?
Yeah, I was just going to say that, I saw it first in a board game cafe, and I think that's the perfect place for it to live, because it's one of those very quick to learn, quite fun, quite dramatic, and then you put it back on the shelf, job done. So I think it's a great game to to have a go at next time you're in a board game cafe.
Yeah, like Beth, I enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it here because it's got enough take that and everything. It's like, even though I only know you both from the internet, but it's sort of like entertaining. It's still fun with people who you like. I think you're right. You can see people. You can kind of like get like, I'm gonna place over your carpet. I got a pass. So there's a little bit of sort of fun that way. I don't think I would play it over and over again, or even over. Mostly because I don't own area control games to begin with. But yeah, it's good. I played Root once. You know what game I liked that's by the same, and that's not the same world, but the same publishing house, is Fort.
Oh yeah, big fan of Fort. We played it last night, and I love that.
I've still not played that one. I've heard good things about it.
I played it once, and it was a style I normally don't care for. I'm not a big deck building fan, but like it was weird in some ways that I kind of enjoyed. I was like, and I did happen to win, but that's not why I like it. I did not like it because I won. Just like I didn't like Marrakech more because I won.
The nice thing that I find about the Fort is that even though it's just deck building and could be quite independent, it really makes you keep an eye on what the other players are doing, because you can kind of piggyback off of what actions they take, which I love in games, because it means that it matters that you're all playing together. And that's I think the mistake many of those games make, is that they're all quite removed. Whereas Fort fixes that problem, which is why I enjoy it so much.
That was actually how I won. I was able to, like, somebody played build a fort action, and I was able to piggyback on that action, and then my turn I was able to play a thing where I was like, I'm going to copy some of your resources, and then I'm going to build a fort, and it doesn't matter what you do. I built the last one. So it was like, it was like I like this sort of interactivity there.
Nice.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. And
it's good. Give it a try.
I've heard nothing but good things, and I've got lots of admiration for everything that Patrick Lader and Cole Verley and everyone in that company are doing. Fantastic stuff. I want to say thank you, everyone, and thank you for being here for great game, Mike and Dave, and thank you, Alex, and anyone else who's watching. I want to share, if you want to check out David, where do you like to be found?
Yeah, so you can see the links there. So I've got RPG Classroom, which is where I talk about role-playing games being used in the classroom, and a little bit about board games in the classroom too. And then For Chits and Giggles, which I'm one small part of with Russell, that I'm sure some of the viewers may already know. And well done to Russell. He's just made his big move over to Bristol, and I'm looking forward to catching up with him soon. But we tend to talk about board games quite a lot. And if you follow on Twitter as well, Russell's doing a lot of lovely tweets all the time about board gaming.
And Mike, you've got the Ninjas versus Pirates podcasts, you've got your main Twitter for that, and you've got the Drizapoli Twitter. Where do you most like to be found?
I say unfortunately, but I do reside mostly on Twitter, which can be a nice place, and it can be an awful place. So, but yeah, I still podcast. Who What Why? It's still my podcast, even though the website says Ninja vs. Pirates because it was the old podcast. I have no interest in changing the Loopsin account because I do not want to lose the old work. Because I have not saved it. It's somewhere on, I don't know, it got lost on hard drives or something. But Who What Why cast, interviewing people or game designers or publishers or just people in the games. And if you like,
you've got a ridiculous number of. How many people have you interviewed?
I know. I'm gonna say over 200. Definitely over 200.
Because there's quite a bunch of interviews, but then not everyone has been interviewing a new person.
No. I don't know the number. I should check that out one day. I don't know the number of unique interviews. Probably 150 at least unique interview guests, but then definitely over 200 episodes. I mean, I've been podcasting since 2008, so I've been podcasting for a long time.
I mean, honestly, if you enjoy listening to game designers, by which I include board game designers, role-playing game designers, not so much video game designers, to be fair, but
a couple.
But mainly in the non-digital space, and to be fair, mainly in the board game RPG space. Like, I guess, yeah, it's interesting. Like, there's obviously all the other, but yeah, this is like a podcast that you should definitely check out. Ninjas versus Pirates, or Who What's Why cast if you're checking out in a podcast catcher app.
Yes. And if you like bad board game reviews, please check out Giuseppe. His show is called Meeples and Meatballs. He is a New York Italian American who does minute and a half board game reviews.
Nice.
So if you like fun bad board game reviews, go for it.
That's basically don't talk about the board games so much.
Maybe you don't learn anything. Maybe you don't learn anything about the game.
No, there are bad reviews. There are bad reviews. They aren't bad games. They aren't bad games. They are bad reviews.
Aquasilis, go. It's at Giuseppe on both Instagram and Twitter.
And
I put some of them up on YouTube, but I'm not really I don't know enough about YouTube.
Well, I thought all of them were on YouTube. I went to YouTube and I went through the playlist of all the things there. But
there's 2 more episodes. I didn't publish the other 2 episodes to YouTube yet because
these are probably the worst reviews I've ever seen.
But they're hilarious, I think. I think they're hilarious. I don't know.
Yeah.
My wife edits them, actually. And it's super fun. The last 2 was fun because I just told her to go and just be creative with the edits. So, Bez, you should check out the latest 2 episodes. Episodes 6 and 7.
I will do. But in the meantime, unless you have any last words, over to you. What are you up to? You can share anything, but only if you want to. I am doing a lot of streaming generally. I am going to be streaming in about, when I can, in a few minutes, with the amazing Peeps, the Game Cupboard. who are going to be reading, and then I will be joining them after we read and start doing this 24-hour stream to raise awareness of ED. I'm actually going to their channel to remind myself what it's called. This is slightly EDS. It's a group of disorders that affects connective tissues, supporting the skin, bones, blood vessels, and many other organs and tissues. And yeah, so it's defects in the connective tissues, and it's ranging from mildly loose joints to life-threatening complications. Yeah. And that's a lot of me reading out what's there. Thank you for giving them a shout out. We are, of course, going to read them in just a moment. Feel free to copy paste that or not. And yeah, after this, oh yes, I am going to be streaming tomorrow at some point in the morning, 10 a.m. UK time, which is my normal time. Like, I've been doing it 10 a.m.-ish every day for the past 400-ish days, so I don't know why I say sometime I don't know when. It's like, but yeah, then Monday is going to be an episode with Shem Phillips, Peter Blenkhorn, and Ellie Dix, and we're going to be chatting about publisher-designer relationships for one last time. Tuesday, meeting Julia Schiller, then playing some games in the afternoon and playing some games in the evening. And then Wednesday, I'll be meeting up with Rita and Tiz to discuss how our game should go. And then Thursday, I am going to have my big, grand 400th episode spectacular. It's going to be a 25-hour stream, and hopefully I will be able to see both of you. I understand, David, it is dependent on how you react to your second vaccine, and of course, but and Mike, if you can join like late at my night,
probably
late
I'm
your
probably
night.
Gonna join. It'll probably be like 3 a.m. for you.
That would be perfect. I
need
need people late at night to keep me going. I need people, and then like when it gets to the morning, I'm going to start eating sugar and chocolate and coming outside and hula hooping. Hopefully it'll be sunny, fingers crossed.
What's the longest stream you've done so far, Bez? What's your latest current record?
Episode 300. So episode 300 was a very extended stream. That was almost 12 hours.
Oh.
But then the thing was that episode 300, I actually double checked that. That was only scheduled to be an 8-hour stream. That's the thing. And that's what made me think that maybe a 24, 25-hour thing might not be too bad, if you know what I mean. But
I love it.
We'll see. But
it's going to be great.
It's going to be so amazing. Should I run through the people who are actually... I do apologize. I'm going to run through the people who are confirmed so far. In the past half hour, we have Kenechukwu from Nigeria, Scott Moore, Uli Blennerman from Spielworks, Rob Harper, Tobena, Gilhova, Anna Maria Jackson Phelps, Debbie Moynihan, Fertesso, Scott, Julie Ahern, Mark Cook, Kathleen Mercury, David Murcutt, Panic, Heidel Michael, Scrappy Kid, Peter Hazelwood, Mil Tamia, Daniel Danzer, Maya Skripel, Ambi Valdez, McCall, my ex-housemate, Janice Turner, Jessica Medringham, Rita Modal, Jason Johnson, hopefully some cheese eating with Molly Johnson, Isaac Vega, Alan Paul, Scott Halden, the overlord of Board Game Geek, who's going to be there on their own for a bit. Suzanne Sheldon will have like a bit on their own for a bit. Heather Newton, ditto, Frank West, Alex, who's in chat, Cardboard Kids, Dominic Krapachet, who made some of my favorite games, and Eric Lang. And I am super excited by that.
That's quite a party.
Even me, the barrel has truly been scraped. Don't say that about yourself. You are fantastic, Alex. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't you be saying mean things about my friend, Alex. But we should raid. Is there anything that you guys want to say before we raid?
David, good luck with that second shot. I had a shakes at night, Like by 12 o'clock at night after mine, I was like shivering. I'm like, I had like not a fever. I don't know. It was like weird. And then I had night sweats for a week. But I don't regret it. My wife.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I'll do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Had a headache the day, so I've been vaccinated since February.
Oh, nice. Fab.
So yeah, good luck with the shot.
Yeah, thanks.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, it'll be all right. Well, I just want to say thanks so much. It's been lovely to meet you properly, Mike, and there's always a pleasure. And I look forward to hopefully seeing you both again on the big Thursday.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's going to be a big extended fix, so you might not be on at the same time. But I look forward to seeing you both again. Lots of love. It has been so much fun. And for now, the only thing left to say is bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go to goodbye, bye, bye, bye. This is goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. And bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to. Oh,
that's right.
Thank you for singing along. Hey,
it's time to go. Bye, bye, everyone.
Ciao.